Today is 9/6, September the 6th, and our title is Teddy Bear. Okay, Teddy Bear. We're going to be creating some texture today and using proportion to create a properly sized teddy bear. Let's get our book opened up here. I'm going to move down to the bottom left. Don't forget the date, 9/6. Here we go. So we're going to start with the head and the main body. Okay, so what we're going to do is just make a small circle, a medium size maybe, and just real loose, and then another circle overlapping that that's a little bit bigger. Okay, you don't have to be real careful with it, just you don't draw darkly, draw light. Okay, so we've got that. Next, we're going to bring some arms up off of the side, so I'm going to start right here, right around where the head and the body meet, and I'm just going to angle a line this way. And then off of the round part of his belly, I'm going to angle a line up there. Same thing on the other side. So this is kind of like, let me turn this light down a little bit. There we go. So this is kind of like a little triangle almost. Comes up. Comes up. Okay. Now you can be really sketchy at this point. It's not a big deal. Okay, because this is just the main, this is just the first little part. So let's go ahead and make his hands. Some ovals and some circles for the thumb. Okay, now I'm going to slow down a little bit so you guys can catch up. Basically what we have so far is two circles, the head and the body. We've got the arms coming up and off of the body, another oval and a circle for the thumb, and the hand. Okay, let's go ahead and make the legs. Those are just going to come off the bottom. Just like some small rectangles. Okay, they can be kind of fat. He's a teddy bear. It's fine. Okay, so there's my other sketch. Okay, now I can just start adding details. Okay, and fleshing this in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to erase what I don't need. Okay, so I don't need this in the middle here. Okay. Not going to need that. I'm not going to need these lines in between the belly and the arm, or between the legs and the belly, or between the wrist and the arm. Okay, so I've erased what I don't need. Next, I'm going to start to add the face, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to make a little circle inside. Let's make his nose. And the mouth, it's just two little curves. Here's his eyes. And let's go ahead and give him the ears. Okay, so that's just some curves coming off the top. Some half curves. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is to go around it, and we need to give him some fur. And how we're going to do that is we're just going to go around it, kind of like a wiggle line in a way, or a zigzaggy line, and we're just going to make some little hairs coming off. And you can pull that down a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and do the ear too. And if you go over the line to where you can't see it, then you won't have to erase it. There's the inside of his ear. Okay, let's continue adding some fuzz here. Just all the way around, just a little, almost like a squiggle line. I'm going to pull that around just a little bit right here to show that that's where his belly is at. Same thing on the other side. Pull it in just a little bit. Show him where the belly's at. Okay, he's looking pretty fuzzy so far. Okay, so we really want to complete this texture and create this texture by making these lines. Texture is how something feels. Okay, we want him to feel fuzzy, so this is how we're going to do it. Alright, so pretty much I've got it now. I'm going to go ahead and erase anything that I can see that I don't need. Like I know I definitely don't need any of this that I can still see if it's marks that we don't want. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a little bit of shading down the left side and around his belly a little bit. And basically to do that, you're just going to make some darker fuzzy lines coming over. Okay, so there's a little bit there. His hand. And I'm just continuing with that really rough shade, okay, so that it looks fuzzy. Normally I would make it a little more smooth. That's a little too crazy right there. Normally I would make it a little more smooth, but since he's fuzzy, we can kind of give it that choppy look. Okay, so we've got some here. Got some on the left side of his face. Let's do some on the left side of his leg. Okay. And that's still going from light to dark, or excuse me, dark to light. Both legs. Okay, horizon line in the back. He's not floating, he's standing somewhere. Okay, and that should do it. So I'd like you to make one of these today. Please make sure that you erase any lines or marks that you don't need. That you add that texture with that fuzzy line all the way around him. Your shading should be on the left, and don't forget the horizon line in the back.